Hey, welcome to my kitchen. We're going to be making chicken enchiladas today with some more of my homemade chips and salsa. And we're going to also do a cilantro lime rice and some ranch style beans from scratch. So I will get the beans soaking today, and then tomorrow we'll cook them off in the Instapot. I wanted to give you some good news. This is really exciting for me. Like I said, I volunteered to cook for this group of kids. I have a budget of $100. So for the 6 meals that I've done, I'm averaging $90.14. I'm taking 6 pounds of dry pinto beans, and I'm going to put them in a colander, and we're going to rinse them under cold water. You're going to really sort and use your eyes to look for any small pebbles, and just rinse all the dirt and dust off of these beans. Once that's done, you're going to put them in a big pot of water and fill it up until there's at least 2 to 3 inches of water above the bean line. I'm going to soak those overnight, and you can see here that those beans have doubled in size once they have soaked. I'm going to rinse them really well and get them ready for the Instapot. I'm putting 10 cups of the soaked pinto beans into my Instapot. With that, I'm going to add a small can of tomato sauce and a half a bottle of taco sauce. I like the Taco Bell mild sauce. And then I had some leftover chicken broth. There's about 2 cups. I'm going ahead and using that up. And then I'm going to add the rest of the liquid of just water. You want to have the liquid be about 2 inches above the beans. I'm adding about a 1/4 cup of dried onions, some garlic powder, and some oregano. Go ahead and give all of that a stir and make sure everything is very well mixed. And you can see here I need to add more water. So you just keep adding the water until there's about 2 inches above the bean line. Set that in your Instapot, add a heaping tablespoon of jalapenos. Set the timer to 15 minutes, and there you go. I'm doing a second batch of beans because I have a smaller Instapot, so I'm going to do an additional 6 cups of beans. We're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to put the beans in there with the spices, set the timer for 15 minutes.
Okay, here's the bean test. Holy for holies! So good.
Next, I'm going to cook and finely shred the chicken for the enchiladas. I do this by spraying my Instapot and laying out the chicken in layers and sprinkle on my Grill Mate seasoning. I like the mojito lime flavor for this. And you just keep layering it until your pot is full. You're going to add at least 2 cups of water and set your timer for 30 minutes on your Instapot. While the chicken's cooking, we're going to go ahead and get the sauce put together. I use a large can of Campbell's cream of chicken soup, a 2-pound container of sour cream, and a quart of chicken broth. I also use 4 packets of enchilada sauce. You're going to get those mixed together and cook it over a medium to low heat. Combine it and whisk it all together until it's really smooth and creamy. When everything is well combined and heated, I go ahead and add a tablespoon of cumin and just mix that right in, and it makes the sauce so delicious. Now it's time to assemble our enchiladas. We're going to take a little bit of the sauce and pour it into the pan, and take an enchilada, a little bit of the chicken, cheese, sauce, and roll it up so the seam side is down. You just continue this process until you have filled the pan with 13 enchiladas. Once your pan is full, you're going to pour some sauce over the top to cover and sprinkle a generous amount of cheese on the top. You're going to repeat this process until you have filled all of your pans. cover all the pans with foil and you're going to put them in the fridge until it's time to bake. Now it's time to prep our limes and cilantro for toppings. You're going to prep all your vegetables for the ingredients for the salsa into 2 batches. I do about 4 to 5 stalks of celery, a half of a white onion, 2 cans of tomatoes, heaping tablespoon of garlic, at least 6 or 7 jalapeno slices, salt, pepper, and lemon juice. You're going to combine all of that together in 2 batches at a time in your Vitamix or blender, whichever you have, and you're going to taste it at the end. If it needs something, add more salt. That's usually what it needs. Add enough salt until it tastes just perfect. At the building, we have a rice cooker that holds 10 cups of rice. I add a cup of lime juice, fill the rest with water, just set the timer. Once it's finished cooking, you take the lid off, release some of that steam, and stir that rice up. Then add the fresh chopped cilantro. I add about a cup. It's really delicious and the perfect side dish for these enchiladas. And there you have it. We have our chicken enchiladas with cilantro, lime, rice and beans, sour cream, lime wedges, cilantro, and to finish it off, we served it with watermelon and lemonade. It was really good. The kids really enjoyed this meal.